In the last 48 hours, something just broke in the Bitcoin market. One entity absorbed over 25,000 Bitcoin. And at the same time, ETFs and global capital kept buying. This isn't normal demand. This is what I describe as a buying frenzy. This is what happens when supply starts to disappear. And once that happens, the price doesn't climb, it jumps. Here's what just happened. Bitcoin just entered a new phase. $1 million Bitcoin is no longer the target. It's becoming the baseline. And most people still don't see it. They're still waiting for a dip. Not 100 G's, not even a $500,000 per coin, because what happens next isn't hype, is driven by capital colliding with a fixed supply. Here's what just changed. In less than 48 hours, Michael Saylor's strategy absorbed over 25,000 Bitcoin. That's $2 billion deployed. And yesterday alone, a record-breaking $1.56 billion of capital was raised in a single session. That's not normal market behavior. That's a machine accelerating. Strategy now officially holds over 800,000 Bitcoin. Yes, they just flipped BlackRock via their IBIT Bitcoin ETF. It's now worth more than $60 billion on the balance sheet for Saylor. The largest institutional holder in the world is officially Strategy, the undisputed king. But this isn't just about strategy, because at the same exact time, Bitcoin ETFs absorbed another 5,500 Bitcoin in a single day. BlackRock alone added 2,870 Bitcoin, extending its buy-in streak to 5 straight days. That's nearly 10,000 Bitcoin removed from the market this week, on top of the 25,000 Bitcoin Strategy just absorbed in the past 48 hours. And it doesn't stop there. Bloomberg just confirmed that Abu Dhabi deployed over $521 million into Bitcoin. Meanwhile, Pakistan just ended its 8-year ban, allowing banks to serve crypto firms. Nation-state adoption has begun quietly, relentlessly. Now we step back and take a look at the math. Bitcoin releases 450 new Bitcoin to the miners per day, 3.125 roughly every 10 minutes per the block reward. That's 3,150 Bitcoins per week. Meanwhile, Strategy alone absorbed 25,000 Bitcoin in under 48 hours. ETFs are pulling in thousands more, and sovereign capital is just beginning. That's not demand keeping up with supply. That's demand overwhelming supply in real time, and it's accelerating. This is where the model breaks. Now put the real numbers onto it. There's roughly 1.9 million Bitcoin currently left on the exchanges. That's the liquid supply. That Bitcoin can actually be bought. And now we take a look at what just happened. Strategy absorbed 25,000 Bitcoin in under 48 hours. That's 1.3% of the total exchange supply gone in 2 days. So at the current pace, in just 150 days, over 1.8 million Bitcoin could be absorbed. That's essentially the entire liquid market gone. And remember, in 48 hours, only 900 Bitcoin enter circulation, 450 per day, while one entity just absorbed 25,000 of them. That's 28 times more demand than new supply. There is no equilibrium. There is only repricing. And this is where most people completely miss what's happening, because this is no longer a cycle, it's a system. And as Michael Saylor put it, global consensus is that Bitcoin is digital capital, the 4-year cycle is dead, price is now driven by capital flows. That changes everything, because Bitcoin is no longer being traded, it's being accumulated. ETFs and corporate treasuries now control nearly 12% of all circulating supply, locked, unavailable, removed from the market. And at the same time, Strategy has already generated over 17,585 in bitty gains this month alone, worth more than 1.3 billion USD. That's not speculation, that's a capital engine compounding in real time. And this is exactly how supply disappears, not gradually, but structurally, because Bitcoin has something no other asset on earth has: absolute scarcity. Over 20 million coins have already been mined. Fewer than 1 million remain to be issued between now and the year 2140. But the real number that matters is how much is actually available to buy. And that number is shrinking and fast. Millions of Bitcoin are permanently lost. Millions more held by the long-term hodlers who will not sell. And every single day, more Bitcoin moves into cold storage, which means the liquid supply is tightening, right as global demand is accelerating. This is why Bitcoin doesn't move slowly, it reprices violently. Typically, the biggest move ups in a cycle happens within a 10-day time frame. Precisely just that. regapping and repricing upwards, because once supply gets constrained, price has to jump to find the next seller. This is how the move unfolds. First 250,000 per coin, then 500,000, then 1 million. But here's the shift most people aren't ready for. 1 million per Bitcoin is not the top. It is the level where supply fully breaks, because at that point, there simply isn't enough Bitcoin left for the size of the capital entering the market. And that's when the realization finally hits. Price doesn't climb, it gaps from 1 million to 2 million. 2 million to 5 million. Not speculation, not hype, a structural shortage. Even Adam Back said it clearly. 100,000 Bitcoin is way too cheap, with projections now pointing towards $1 million per coin this cycle. And that's before the real capital rotation begins, because Bitcoin is still tiny. Gold is $34 trillion market cap, bonds $143 trillion, and real estate exceeds $393 trillion. Meanwhile, Bitcoin today, roughly $1.5 trillion. It doesn't need all of that capital, it just needs a fraction. And now there's a system that's continuously converting capital into Bitcoin every single day. That's the shift, not accumulation, acceleration, because machines don't wait, they don't hesitate, they don't try to time the market, they execute relentlessly. And by the time most people realize what's happening, the supply will already be gone. The real signal isn't the price, it is the supply. That's the focus. And right now, that supply is disappearing faster than it can be replaced. So the question is no longer, will Bitcoin reach $1 million, JV? The real question is, how quickly does $1 million get left behind once the world realizes there's not enough Bitcoin left to buy? That moment may already be here. Let me know your thoughts, fam, in the comments right down below.